What's up guys, it's time for another Halloween update, and I wanted to make this video for a couple of reasons. One, to tell you that there is a new update that just dropped today, to talk about updates in general, and then to also talk about Scream Stream that is happening tomorrow night. So first off, the news. Now, according to a report in bloodydisgusting.com, as of today, Halloween 2018, the movie, written by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, directed by Danny McBride, has been delayed. Now hold on, don't freak out just yet. It's been delayed until January. It's going to start shooting in January as of this point. The reason being is because, and this does happen in Hollywood from time to time, they haven't finished putting all the pieces together yet, and one of those pieces being hiring all the actors. And so I guess that's one of the big reasons. Could there be more behind the scenes that they're not reporting? Probably. You know, they have to get all their ducks in a row. They want to be completely prepared before they start shooting this thing. Now, what you might be worried about is if this movie is shooting in January, should I be worried that it won't meet the release date of October 19th, 2018? And the answer to that is no. If they are starting shooting in January, that still leaves them plenty of time for pre-production, production, and post-production. I guess production and post-production. The big thing to remember is that Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, if I remember correctly, started production in March timeframe. And those were released in August. So how crazy is that? So yeah, there's still enough of a cushion, enough of a padding to meet that release date, even if you start in January. I'm glad we got this news because I remember they were supposed to start shooting last month. Last month came and went, and during that whole time I kept thinking, shouldn't we be getting some kind of news that Halloween has officially started shooting, cameras are rolling? Heard nothing. Am I a little worried? Just a little bit. I'm a little bit worried because I know how these things can pan out. But Jason Blum himself said that the guy would freaking chop his own hand off if this thing doesn't get released. Is Jason Blum getting a little nervous right now? Maybe. A couple of things keep me from being worried. One, John Carpenter himself is really excited. And he hasn't been excited for a Halloween movie in a long time. He's excited about this script. Also, Jamie Lee Curtis is excited about this script. I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis would come running back to the Halloween franchise if they didn't have a good script put in front of her face. I just don't see that happening. So, again, I think with a name of her caliber, this thing's still going forward. Blumhouse Productions, business is good at their house, so I don't see them nixing production on this. Now, next thing I want to talk about is, I guess, updates in general. You can definitely look at like the superhero genre when you want to talk about updates, because when Justice League came out, I think a few years in advance, you know, it's as far as like a week after Batman v Superman came out, they were talking about this movie. And by the time the movie came out, with all the marketing, especially with all the trailers, if you put all those trailers together that they put out for this movie, Justice League, we're talking a good 10 minutes of footage, if not more. That's not even including the TV spots. You could put all this stuff together and probably get the gist of what the movie is. Same thing goes for these Halloween updates, Friday the 13th updates. In this current climate, every time you go to the theater, there's a good chance that you know way too much information when you sit down. Does that mean that we know way too much right now for Halloween? No, not really. We know very little about the script aside from Jamie Lee Curtis being in it. I don't want to know any more than that. So that's the thing that concerns me. I remember back when Halloween 4 came out in the theater. When I sat down to watch that movie, I knew nothing. All I knew was a TV spot that I saw, you know, a week prior. That was it. There was very little news. There was no internet, so we didn't have bloodydisgusting.com and all this stuff. And now we get news updates. I think every week you can do a search for Halloween 2018 and there will be some kind of new update. You know, it might not be that big, but there's something. That's just the climate that we live in, and it's just more me ranting than anything. We're not going to solve this problem unless you bury your head in the sand. But I'm still excited, and that is the update for you guys. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is tomorrow night, Scream Stream returns. The last Scream Stream we did, we talked about Halloween 2018. That was a couple months ago. And so we're back. We'll talk a little bit about Halloween because there have been some updates since that. We're going to talk about new horror. We're going to talk about Leatherface, Cult of Chucky, and all kinds of things. It's going to be really fun. So be sure to check that out, 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. Anyway, guys, post in the comments your thoughts on this, this new Halloween news. Are you scared now? I might be a little bit scared, actually. Also, come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day, and on Fridays we do Free For All Fridays. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Follow me at Drumdums on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.